What's up, goblins, and welcome back to Cosmoteer. This is my mega ship guide as well as part 3, and you know the drill. If you haven't checked out the previous parts, don't forget to do this as well. And I will tell you exactly what this part is about right after my brand new intro. That was some good music, right? I really like this song, so let me know what you think about this in the comments. And by the way, I also made an outro for you. So if you could rate this as well, this would be very great. So this really helps me improving my content. Okay, I promised you to tell you what this part is about. And of course, it's going to be the docking part. You already saw this in the title. Because we already created a concept in the first episode. In the second episode, we started building our ships. Now we got dozens of individual ship parts floating around in space and just waiting to be connected. And I'll tell you exactly how to do this. In short, we're going to abuse a method called locking. If you want to know more about this whole locking process, this is already a well-known phenomenon in the Cosmoteer community. I will also link you something down in the description below. And how does locking work? Locking is a method which makes it possible to traverse exactly one tile with one of your tiles. So each tile of you can traverse one other tile of the opposite ship. So this makes this whole connection here possible. And to exactly hit those circumstances, you can break down the complete locking process into 5 steps. Those 5 steps are pretty similar for diagonally or upwards oriented ships. So I'm gonna show you this first on, I think on this ship here. Let's say we're gonna make those 3 modules here magically disappear. Remove. Yes, now we only got this one ship part left, and we want to connect this to the nose part. Okay. First step is to find out the exact right speed for your ship. This is usually something between 20.7 to 20.9 meters per second. So you have to be very specific there, because if you go above this 20.9 meters per second, the collision avoidance will kick in again and you'll not be able to connect your ships at all. And if you go below this 20.7 meters, you're gonna have a hard time. You can rarely see ships connecting together under 20.7 meters. So, and for some ships, it's better to go, for example, with 20.8. For some, it's better to go with 20.9 meters per second. Actually, you really have to try this out. Okay, now the first thing we need to make sure is our ship needs to be fast enough. Therefore, it needs to hit at least 20.9 meters per second. And as you can see here, my attacking ship is way overthrusted. It's going to be like 80 or 90 meters per second maximum speed. So we need to find a certain thruster combination at which this ship hits exactly this 20.9 meters per second. So I've already made this for you. As you can see here, I marked them with a red dot, those thrusters I want to turn on, and I already grouped them together. So let's see if this works. So actually this is only half the truth, because you could also reach your speed in relation to each other's ship part. So let's pretend this ship only flies 10 meters per second. It's completely okay if you fly backwards with the other ship hitting 10.9 meters per second, adding up to a total speed of 20.9 meters per second. But because this is more complicated, I want to go with one ship in this guide. And yes, as you can see, this hits exactly 20.9 meters per second. So we finally reached the right speed. And if you have problems finding the right speed, there are some few things you can change on your ship. The first and most easier thing is you can just add some more armor, for example. So at this, I mean, at this scale, it doesn't matter if you have like 500 armor tiles on your ship or 520, right? So this is the most easy thing you can usually do, is just adding up some armor, so you can increase the mass of your ship and therefore it flies faster or slower. Also, what you can do is you can change your thrusters. For example, if I want to be slower, I can just substitute this thruster by a smaller one. And so now we got less speed. Of course, for this ship, it was already right to use those thrusters, so I'm going with this combination for now. But that's the second thing you can do. And the third thing you can do is you can combine your forward thrust with some backward thrust. So you could also turn this one on to make like a little break and to a little slower your ship. Okay, now step 1 is finished. We've proven our ship is fast enough and we can hit 20.9 meters per second with the right thruster combination. So what we're gonna do now, step 2, you want to choose the other ship, the opposite ship. I think I'm gonna name this the receiving ship, because that's the one that's getting attacked. And you want to change its flight direction. So you go for its menu down here, go to flight direction, and set it in the exact opposite flight direction to your attacking ship. So if your attacking ship flies exactly upwards, you set it downwards. If it flies this direction, you go for left downside here, and so on. This is very important for the third step, because in the third step, you go for your main ship again, for your attacking ship, then you right-click on your ship. And as you can see now, when we change our angle here, we got 2 lines. And those lines are very critical for your success, because this line shows you, if you merge those 2 lines, you can exactly reach a 180 degree from 2 ships relative to each ship. And those 180 degree are very critical for your success, because if you fly like a little bit sideways, you won't hit this connection here. So, and that's already step 4. You need to find step 3, I think, right? Yes, that's step 3. I was wrong. So you need to find the right angle, and therefore step 2 is critical to get those 2 lines. And what you're gonna do now, you zoom in very, very, very near, as much as you can, and you really want to merge those 2 lines. They have to be on top of each other completely. So something like this in my case. So step 4 now is relatively easy. You just need to make sure that you have enough distance to hit those 20.9 meters per second. So we're gonna fly a little bit backwards. And rearrange our angle, of course, don't forget that. And now we're going to test it. Let's see if it's already enough to hit 20.9 meters per second and merge our ships. So now you select your thrusters, which add up to 20.9 meters per second. Actually, I also recommend to make them in a group. So just select each thruster and press Ctrl and any given number on your keyboard. If you now unselect your thrusters and press this number you selected your thrusters with before, you can just auto-select all of them, and that's way easier than trying this every time. So what we're gonna do now in step 5, we're just gonna auto-turn on, auto-fire our thrusters. And step 6, very easy, just watch. Also, what I recommend is to go to 1/8 speed. I don't know why, but I got a feeling it's easier for your ship to connect at 1/8 speed. And of course, you can monitor your... almost.
A few moments later.
Okay. Yes, nice. Now you see, we got the right speed, we got the right angle, and we were able to merge our ships together. And now our ships are very strongly connected. Yes, nice. Finally it worked. I think I tried this already 4 or 5 times now. I'm not going to show you all of those missed chances, but this one was good. Yeah, sometimes you just need to try it several times, and I can't really explain to you why it did not work before. I tried this off screen like 10 times already, and it worked always like this, like now. Just classic. Okay, of course I want to prove this with a diagonally orientated ship as well. So I'm going to remove my MRT core here. Yeah, remove. And there we are. Okay, as I already told you, the steps are pretty similar. So first you need to find the right speed, which is something between 20.7 to 20.9 meters per second. Of course, I already did this for you here as well. So let's see if we can hit with my thruster combination 20.9 meters per second. I don't know why it's flying. No. Okay. It just looked like in the first second that it's flying a curve, which is actually impossible because, I mean, I turned on all symmetric thrusters here, so this shouldn't happen. And as you can see, we exactly hit 20.9 meters per second, so we've got the right speed. Next thing we do, we go for our ship. We want to connect with our receiving ship. We look at its flight direction to make it the exact opposite of the other ship. And yes, it is. Okay. Then we right-click on this ship and we try to get the right angle. By the way, some troubleshooting here. If you got the wrong flight direction, it will display also the second line here wrong. So if you only see one line when you try to get the right angle, just go to the other receiving ship and watch there for a wrong flight direction. Something for troubleshooting here. Okay. We haven't matched those lines yet, so... Nope, still not. I'm not sure if this distance is already enough. Just give it a try. Ooh, that's... maybe not. It's a little slow here. You fly diagonally, it always looks like it doesn't hit at all. Nope, that was too slow for this ship.
2,000 years later.
And this is going to be the one. Come on. And yes, this is the most complicated part, if you ask yourself. because this is most times the part which is going wrong. Perfect. There we go. And you saw we didn't really reach 20.9 meters per second. We only reached 20.8 meters per second. And in this case, this was already sufficient. Okay, now the last thing I want to discuss, what kinds of troubleshooting can you make? Because this is a really, really difficult step. I know this. And you need to hit very specific numbers here to make it happen. So the first thing, if it doesn't work, look at your speed. If your speed is too slow, or if it's above 20.9 meters per second, it won't work at all. So if you hit even 21.0 meters per second, it doesn't work. You need to be below 21 meters per second. The second thing is your angle right? So did you set your flight direction of the receiving ship in the opposite direction? And does it display the line correctly? Can you merge those lines? The third thing you can do is lower your speed to 1/8 once you approach the connection. This sometimes, I got a feeling, this sometimes helps me to connect ships. And yeah, I don't know why, it's a bit weird. The next thing you can do is, if it doesn't work at all, you tried everything, you just turn off all thrusters of your ship like this. Just turn them completely off. And just turn on those thrusters you really need. So just leave those online. Okay. Sometimes, I don't know why, this happens especially if you already connected another ship to your ship that you want to fly with. So this sometimes can improve your flight direction or your flight speed if you turn off all other thrusters. And the fourth thing you can do is just turn off your game and turn it on again. I don't know why, but sometimes it doesn't work if you don't do this step. It's so weird. I mean, in the end, it's still a bug, or a feature. Who knows? So I hope you found this guide very helpful. And I'm so excited to see all your own ship designs out there, especially in the Discord. I'm also active in the Discord, and I'm still or sometimes watching those ship designs there. And if I will see something from you there, I'll be most happy about this. So let me know what you think about my guide. And do you have any more further questions? Just let me know in the comments. And also don't forget to rate my intro and my outro. And I wish you a great day. Thanks for joining in, and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.